Hi, I'm Sarah, and here's the beginning of my study abroad journey. For context, I'm currently studying in the United States, but I'm heading off to Scotland for an exchange program. I went home to China for winter break, and here's me grabbing a sausage roll pastry. This was really good. The pastry was super buttery and flaky, and this is me flying out of Shanghai. I feel like every time it gets a little harder to leave because of the familiarity of my culture, and I'm really going to miss my family and just having so much food choices. Like, there's literally 10 boba shops on one street to choose from. But here's me landing in Edinburgh, and here's my current room setup and getting ready to explore the city a bit more. This is what 8 a.m. Edinburgh looks like. It's absolutely beautiful. I love seeing the clouds change color, and I first went to a coffee shop to get a latte and a massive brie chicken and cranberry sandwich. This was really good, and this was the pick-me-up that I needed to hold me over because I had quite a few summer internship and research applications to get through. And here's me exploring a bit more. I went to a few charity shops. I love these cards so much. They're so funny. And walking along the streets, I love the architecture here and spotted the Lucky Dog statue, so hopefully it brings me luck. And I arrived in Victoria Street, which is quite a popular street for its colorful shops, and spotted a cat along my way, which was really cute. Afterwards, I headed to a French pastry shop on Victoria Street, and look at how pretty these pastries are. I got a raspberry macaroon. It was really good. The tartness from the raspberry cuts through the overall sweetness really well, and the outer shell is so delicate with that bit of snap, and the almond flavor comes through amazingly. And in addition to this, I also got a lemon tart. This is also quite good. It looks so pretty, and I love citrus desserts because the slight tartness cuts through and balances out the sweetness really well. And the pastry was definitely more cake-like than anything, but it was really good. Not gonna lie, I was really jet lagged yesterday flying into Edinburgh. And so this morning when I woke up, I was feeling really homesick. And honestly, I just wanted to go back home really badly. But this morning, like, going to explore the city and going to cafes made me feel a lot better. I think just like living more in the present and being out there helped a lot to ease my anxiety about the whole thing. And also, like, the excitement of the new city also kicked in while I was out there. And it's really pretty. It's like beautiful. The next day, I had a visiting student event in this absolutely gorgeous building, and then explored the campus a bit more. And in the evening, I just went out walking around the city center and buying a few necessities that I needed. And I always keep saying this to other exchange students, but I really do love how walkable Edinburgh is. Like, the convenience of having so many grocery options as well as places to shop, it just makes the experience so much more convenient, and as well as, like, I feel like you get so much happiness from being able to walk around. And so I got the haul. We went to Superdrug to look around a little bit and just grab some things that I needed. And for dinner, I was really craving Indian food, so I got some samosas and butter chicken. And the samosas, I wish they were a bit more crispy, but the filling was really flavorful, and this paired really well with whatever tomato chutney sauce that they give, and it was very fresh. And I love the butter chicken. It was fairly sweet compared to some of the other ones that I've tried, but it was so warm and comforting. And I paired this with Friends, which is definitely like my comfort show. I'm currently rewatching this show, but I'm somehow already on season 9, which is slightly concerning, but that's okay. The next morning, I made a Greek yogurt bowl. I love yogurt bowls because I feel like they're so customizable. You can add anything you want, and today I just went with Greek yogurt and some blueberries. And after I ate this, I went to another new student event, and this was the hall that I was in, and it included a ceilidh, which is a form of Scottish dance, and I got to meet some people. And afterwards, I just headed over to Black Medicine Coffee, which was nearby, where I had a pesto chicken ciabatta and a latte. The sandwich was pretty good, but very heavy on the bread. And then afterwards I just headed off to grab some more essentials. I went to this Asian grocery store, and I really love how there's so much like Asian grocery and food options. It makes such a big difference to be able to cook food from your own culture. As I've gotten older, I feel like I've grown to appreciate and love my culture more and more. And especially since I moved to the US when I was fairly young, I felt really disconnected with my cultural identity for a long time. Like, there were parts of my life when I just wanted to assimilate so badly into American culture because I wanted to fit in with everyone else. And I'm really grateful that entering high school and being a part of cultural clubs, I was able to reconcile with that really important aspect of my identity. And now I feel more at peace with myself having done so. I finished with 2 applications for summer research programs, and I actually feel so dead right now because I've been working for at least like 4 or 5 hours on these, and I'm also kind of hungry now and slightly nauseous, not gonna lie. I know it's like partially my fault for waiting until the last day to start revising and finishing up on some of these, but honestly I just feel like in a day or two I'm gonna look back on these and then I'm still going to have things that I want to change, so it's kind of a never-ending cycle anyway. And while I started on drafting these a while ago, like, I'm still not fully satisfied, and I think I could continue on working with them for 2 more days, even though I'm not sure it would be better, but it would just be different. But anyways, I'm just exhausted and we're gonna go out and get food soon, but I need to submit another one. Bye. I ended up getting dinner from Bonnie Burritos, and this was slightly disappointing because of the portion size. Not gonna lie, I do miss Chipotle because of this, but it was pretty good. I mean, the chicken was a bit dry, but the guacamole was free, so at least there's that. And the next day I just went out to explore a bit more and go grocery shopping at Lidl because I really need to stop eating out every meal. So I picked up some essentials and vegetables and just the necessity groceries that I need. I don't know if anyone else feels this way, but I really love the act of grocery shopping. I feel like it's so soothing to me, and it's just really nice being able to get what you want and to walk around a bit in the aisles and peruse. And afterwards I just put my stuff away, and today we're going pretty simple with a spinach omelet, and this turned out really well. And here's just me in the process of making it, and some pepper, salt, the necessities, whisking. I love chopsticks, using it for everything, like literally. It's so versatile. Like, a pair of chopsticks, you don't need any other utensils at this point. And of course a yogurt bowl. This is me kind of struggling with one-handed filming, but that's okay. And lots of cheese. This was pretty good, not gonna lie, and would just wait for the cheese pull because it was quite incredible. And I just love anything with cheese on it, actually. I'm so excited to cook more because I already saved up so many recipes. Here I got a cinnamon roll from 101 Bakery. This was really good, but it was definitely more cake-like than anything, but it was very moist and extremely fluffy. They also added extra glaze, which I absolutely love. And the fork breaking was really sad. But afterwards I just went to the farmer's market and saw the Edinburgh Castle from different sites, which was really pretty. We saw bunnies, they were adorable, and we did the Calton Hill walk, saw the monuments, and then got this really lovely view of Edinburgh from above. And at night I just walked around the city a bit more, explored Primark, and oh my gosh, I absolutely love their collection of cups. These are adorable, and I just had to get a turtle cup from them. And afterwards I headed to Noodle's home. This was so comforting and exactly what I needed because I was feeling really homesick that night, and this bowl just had the perfect amount of spices, and the noodles were so soft and chewy. Paired with some chili oil, this was absolutely perfection. The beef was incredibly tender and just melted in my mouth, and this made me feel so happy. I'm really glad to find these pieces of home while I'm abroad, And I really think home is a feeling that I create rather than a tangible place, and I'm so excited to keep building that during my time here in Edinburgh. The next day, I went on a hike to the Pentlands with the Hill Walking Club. Here I met some really amazing people, and nothing really bonds people like shared challenges. Like the hike upwards was definitely difficult, especially with the icy conditions, but it was so much fun with the right people, and I know this will be a core memory. And something that I'm starting to learn while studying abroad is to enjoy people as they come, because while I haven't seen the friends that I met during the hike much, I will always remember them fondly and how much I enjoyed the hike because of them. And every person that comes into my life has their own purpose and value, and I'm learning to cherish the time that we have together instead of constantly looking forward and having so much expectations for what the future holds. Like, I have friends that I met on the first day of university that are my closest friends, but also some friends that I only met up with once or twice and just faded away because of time or distance. And I think both are okay, because at the end of the day, I can only control the way I feel and act towards other people. The next morning, I had this brown sugar raspberry cupcake from 101 Bakery, and the cake itself was really moist and soft, and the cream cheese frosting was slightly salty and extremely smooth. The frosting tasted a little bit like plain butter though, if you can imagine like the texture and overall taste. Like, it was extremely fatty for some reason, but I still really enjoyed the cupcake. Afterwards, I headed to Lila, and I love how pretty this restaurant is. I got the shashuka, and it was probably one of the best meals I've had since coming to Edinburgh. Like, the tangy sourness of the yogurt mixed with the savory tart tomato sauce goes so well, especially on toasted sourdough bread. And the eggs were also really nicely cooked with a runny center, and I really appreciate the variety of international food options in Edinburgh and already have a running list of restaurants to try. Then afterwards, I headed to the Milkman, which is quite popular, and got a latte, and this was also really good. For dinner, I just went with something simple. I made a wrap with rice papers, some eggs, spinach, and cheese. And this was really good, especially topped with some chili oil. And I really feel like a bit of spice just elevates every dish. And the cheese bowl was really lovely, and I really love this. Like, the wrap, when you toast rice paper, it gets super crunchy and delicious. After dinner, I just made myself some tea. This was an orange, turmeric, and ginger tea from M&S. And I also got these Percy pigs, which my roommate put me on, and they're so good. I'm actually addicted. Here's to the rest of study abroad, to trying more cafes, solo trips, meeting more amazing people, and eating lots of comfort food. Bye guys!